Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be talking about mainly my prediction on what the next civilization, the civilizations, commanders, tier 6 and the new age that is coming. So before I start this video off, I'd just like to say this is not announced, this is not a confirmed thing in Rise of Kingdoms. This is just my prediction and my research on what I've done on Rise of Kingdoms and basically what makes sense on what the next tier 6 will look like, and also what the next civilization and age will also look like. So let's just get started with what's happened in Rise of Kingdoms up to now. So as we go on to my city hall, obviously I'm 25. So we've had the Stone Age, we've had the Bronze Age, we've had the Iron Age, we've had the Dark Age, and we've also had the Feudal Age. Now if you do research, what is after feudal, if I said that right, feudal age, and it says on Google it is the Resistance, which is also known as the Middle Age. So that is going to be the next age. It's called the Middle Age, and it's basically, I'm going to read out the definition on Google right now, and basically tell me what you guys think in the comments. So let's just read out this one. The Middle Ages was the period of European history from the collapse of Roman civilization in the 5th century CE to the period of resistance. The phrase Middle Ages tells more about resistance forward than that. It does about the era itself. That doesn't make sense. Starting around the 14th century, European thinkers, writers and artists began to look back and celebrate art, and the Greece and Rome accordingly dismissed the period after the fall of Rome in the Middle or even Resistance Age. Now, there's a massive hint in that paragraph right there. Greece. We have just had Greece civilization come to the game, which makes more sense that the next age is going to be Middle Ages, because we just had Greece and Rome. So Rome has been here for quite a while, I believe. I can't remember actually. But we just had Greece, which means now the next age is going to be the Middle Age. So obviously this video is going to be broke down into so much parts, because I've got to draw out some T6 and I've got to read some more on while doing this video. So tell me what you guys think in the comments on that just there. So do you think the next civilization is going to be, or the age is going to be the Middle Age, which makes more sense? Because after the Feudal Age, it is the Resistance, and in the 14th, I can't believe I was going to say that, 14th century is when Greece and Rome broke down. So which means the Middle Age came after the Feudal Age, which is when the Feudal Age broke down. So the Greece Age and the Middle Age came. So that's what I think the next age is going to be, the Middle Age. What do I think this will look like? Personally, I think it'll look more arty, like I don't know how do I explain this. The Mona Lisa came out in the 14th century with the Middle Age, so it's going to look, so this civilization and age what's coming out is going to make Rise of Kingdoms look more arty, if that makes sense, like art. I don't know how to explain it, but I will put some pictures up on the screen on what that looks like. Now, as we go up in the tier of troops, we have seen that it's evolved. So we have had a warrior, we've had a swordsman, we've had a spearman, we've had a long swordsman, and we've also had a royal guard. They are all swords or some type of weapon. Now, in the Middle Age, the knights, which would make sense for this, had handguns. So will we see some handguns in the tier 6? Now, picture on the screen right now is what they used in the Middle Age, especially infantry and the knights. So what do you guys think? So picture on the screen obviously is right there, and it will basically show you what the people look like in the Middle Age when they had guns and stuff like that. Now it also says that the weapon that would transform the medieval world. Oh, by the way, yeah, Middle Age is medieval, so we could see some more medieval stuff introducing into Rise of Kingdoms, which would be kind of cool. I think that'd be really, really, really cool. including with new city skins and all that. I think that'll be pretty sick. So the weapon that could transform the medieval world into early modern one was the gun, handguns, and I cannot say that, welded by individuals, and larger artillery, makes sense, pieces like cannons could strike fortifications. So we could actually see Siege making a return to Rise of Kingdoms. Not like they ever had a return, but this could actually turn Siege into a better weapon, if that makes sense, a better troop type. So this would actually look like this on screen. So if they was to introduce T6, it would be a cannon, not like that. Because I mean, again, this all makes sense. Because after whatever that says, I cannot read that. The trebuchet, I don't know. But after that, it did turn into a cannon. So that does kind of make sense with what this new age will bring, and what Rise of Kingdoms actually should bring. So yeah, again, what do you guys think? Right, so we've had every single civilization you could possibly think of, but there is one that we are missing, and that is Italy. We have not had Italy, and in the Middle Ages, that is where Italy came about with Rome. So we could see Italy being a new civilization. Now, what would that bring? I do not know. But that is definitely a big idea that everyone should really be looking out for. Because as we go along here, there is no sign of Italy. It's just all the other European countries. Now, we've had Greece and Rome. It definitely makes more sense to bring out Italy or Italian. So, yeah, again, what do you guys think? If you guys search it, by the way, this is all researched, so everything I'm saying right now all makes sense to what they should bring to Rise of Kingdoms. Italy, civilization, the Middle Age, and also a tier 6 with guns, because that's what the Middle Age actually brought to the medieval times. They had handguns, but the archers still had really big bows. The siege had cannons. The infantry sort of ones had guns, handguns, and also swords. But yeah, again, what do you guys think? This is basically what I've researched, and there is definitely more to come. Now, in Rise of Kingdoms, we have seen the starting civilizations and what the actual city looks like. Like, for example, I've got a skin on right now, but if I was to take it off, you would see the Ottoman Empire default skin. Now, what do I think this Italy civilization would look like? I'm going to put it on the screen right now. Yes, it's literally just a castle, but it makes sense towards the Italian medieval times, and it also lines up with the Middle Age. So that's what I think a city skin would actually look like. Now, you can probably imagine that in Rise of Kingdoms with your brain. I certainly can. Obviously, I cannot literally draw it up to be Rise of Kingdoms standard because I'm not that type of designer. But you can probably see how it would look like in Rise of Kingdoms. So it would be something like this, but not at the same time. Just think of this like a you got a bailey up here, like a castle, you got a moat going around it. That would probably what it would look like if you put a medieval Italian city skin in the game. Now, I don't think we actually have any of that in the game. Let's have a look. That's probably the closest you're going to get. Let's have a look. So, by the looks of it, we do not have any sort of castle in Rise of Kingdoms. Yeah, that's more like a temple, isn't it? That's more like a temple. So we literally have no castles. That's some kind of church. So we literally have no castles in Rise of Kingdoms, which also would line up with the Middle Age, which I reckon I'm getting on something here. So yeah, we literally have no castles. The only thing we actually do have is rather temples. God, there's an alarm outside now. We have temples, houses. We have, what would you call these? a palace. You've got palaces, and just, you know, the civilizations you would not see in a Middle Age. Now, that's what I think would actually happen. And now this does bring new commanders into the game, and I could tell you a few commanders that I think would actually be viable for this. Now, one commander that I think would make sense to come into Rise of Kingdoms when this, well, if this civilization and T6 comes, is Saladin Prime. Now, this where have I got this from? So I've got this from the Middle Age. Simple, right? In the Middle Age, there was a guy called Saladin. He was called Saladin Salah al-Din Yusuf in Ayub. I can't say that, but he was also known as Saladin in the West. Now, this right here, I live blah blah blah, blah, that's Arabian. It would be Salah ad-Din Yusuf IBN. That's what that would be. Now, this all makes sense because right here, Saladin the West would be after this in 1193. And we, as you can see here, Egypt, blah blah. We've just had Greece, we've just had Egypt. So again, it all makes sense. Now, if they are watching this video, maybe they can actually catch on to something, because Saladin Prime does make sense. So we could maybe see a Saladin Prime, because he was a Saladin, this Saladin anyway, not this one on screen, but this other Saladin was actually the leader in the Middle Ages. So we could see a Saladin Prime coming to Rise of Kingdoms. Now, leading up to the Middle Age and after the Middle Age, we do actually have already some commanders that are from that time period, including Edward of Woodstock, Jan Ziska, Charlemagne, Belisarius, Genghis Khan, Edward, which is right there, and also Saladin. So we have actually had some already commanders from that time. So Saladin Prime, we could, but at the same time, I don't think that's happening. I don't think they'll bring a Saladin Prime to Rise of Kingdoms. So literally, all of these descriptions from the commanders are actually from Google. So I've noticed this because I've actually researched this myself. So they are literally all from Google. So it literally tells you everything about it. Just remember what I'm saying are literally ideas from what I've found. So in the Middle Age, there was also a Richard III. So could we see in the future a Richard III? That he died in the Middle Ages. He was born in the Middle Ages. So why not bring a Richard III to Rise of Kingdoms? Now, since Rise of Kingdoms is literally going up in ages, straight after Richard III was Henry VIII. So they could bring Henry VIII to Rise of Kingdoms. Like, they could do so much. So we've got Henry VIII, we've got another Edward, we've got another Saladin, we've got Richard III. So there's so many commanders that actually could bring to the game, including a Saladin Prime, maybe Richard Prime. Since we're seeing primes now, so Richard Prime, Saladin Prime, Edward Prime. We could see a lot, actually. Now, obviously, everything I've said in this video is not confirmed at all, actually. No one has mentioned anything that I've said, except for the T6 part. That's what Chiskel said in his stream, because I did actually watch his stream, and that's where I got this video idea from. So, thank you, Chiskel. Even though no one in this game would actually want T6. Now, what's my opinion on T6? Yeah, don't bring it. Don't bring T6. Simple. No one's going to like it. It's going to ruin KVK1. It's going to ruin the early game. Because, you know, people are going to have to spend more and more money. It takes like £20,000, $20,000 alone in the early game just to get T5. Imagine T6. So if they was to actually bring T6 out, which means they would have to bring CH27, CH28, CH29, CH30. It'll probably be about 30 that this T6 comes out. So that means early game's going to be absolutely ruined because someone's going to absolutely blast up to CH30 and get T6, and KVK1 is just going to be it's going to be so bad. because all these free-to-players are going to be stuck to T4, and all of a sudden you've got someone in T6. Like, T5 is bad enough for KFK 1, especially KFK 2 as well, now with the migration rules. But yeah, T6, I don't think it should come into the game. Maybe when like 80% of the people in the game are actually T5, then maybe, but I don't think T6 would come. If it does end up coming, it's gonna be the Middle Age civilization. It's gonna be the Italian civilization. That's why I think. Again, none of this is confirmed, so yeah, don't sue me, Rise Kingdoms. But yeah, that's just my input. What do you guys think? So I've given you guys a commander that could come. I've given you a civilization that could come. I've also given you the age that also could come. And I've also given you a civilization skin that could come. So what do you guys think about anything I just said in this video? Is it a whole load of balls, or is it actually stuff that you could actually want in Rise Kingdoms? What else they could bring? New graphics. So this is actually very, very coincidental. They're bringing a new graphics update, and some of the stuff in the new graphics update actually does kind of look like the Middle Ages. It's actually pretty damn sick. Like, they've actually lined up so well. So if they was to bring this Middle Age, it would line up and also look very, very good with the new graphics. Obviously, I can't get a picture of that until it actually comes out. So yeah, what do you guys think? This is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If anyone other watching, what do you guys think about the whole Middle Age, the handguns that the siege and all that could have, the cannons that could come with the siege in the Middle Age, CH30, Tier 6. What do you guys think? What would Tier 6 look like? Who knows? My only estimation is the siege will be cannons, and yeah, the siege will be cannons, the crossbowmen would be massive bows, the infantry would be guns, handguns, slip knots. That's what I think Rise Kingdoms would bring, realistically, into the game. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys later.